So I've recently began a new project for my YouTube channel, and I'm hoping that this project will give my YouTube channel some sense of identity, which hopefully will allow it to stand out from all the rest of the other YouTube channels that do political commentary, which is a staple on my channel now. Now, I do want to make it clear up front that this project is not original. This is actually inspiration from what Destiny did. He's a famous political commentary YouTuber slash streamer, and he basically wrote down on his website, or at least that's where he keeps the information, about his positions. It's basically titled My Positions. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm writing a very long document about my positions, mainly on politics, economics, social issues, philosophy, and this is something that will be shared out to literally anyone who wants to see it on my YouTube channel. Now, obviously, this is still in the works. I am definitely not anywhere close to being done with the document, but I kind of wanted to make a video beforehand to see if I can get any sort of interaction or traction from it, or maybe even get any ideas in the comments down below of what to actually include on the document. Also, to get to the main reason of why I'm actually writing this document, mainly has to do with the fact of, since doing political commentary online and having to clarify my positions every time I give a take, it wastes a lot of time, and it's also very annoying because sometimes when I accidentally forget to clarify my position before I give a take on something, people can misinterpret that and then have to leave a comment down below, and then obviously I respond to that comment. Really, the entire process now is very inefficient, and one good way to make it more efficient is for anyone who actually cares about my content or just wants to know any more about me. They will actually have a full document with all of my positions on it that anyone online can critique, make fun of, or absolutely trash on. Honestly, I don't really care how you use the information as long as I get credit for the information in the document because it is my writing. But that was essentially my main point for actually writing this document. Now, the one thing I realized when I started writing it, that there is a lot of positions I have on a lot of different things, and this is going to take quite a while. I don't see it taking, multiple months, but it'll probably be a couple weeks out before I officially release it. And I want to state now that when I officially release it, I will be doing a full podcast episode, a full AIA, where I go through, read the entire document, and dissect every little take I have to make it 100% clear about everything I believe in as of now. And the reason I say as of now is because the document will change over time, because obviously my takes on certain issues will change. That just happens when you grow as a person. I don't believe I will believe the same way now as I do in 2022 versus sometime in the future, maybe 2027 or something. Additionally, I wanted to announce I will probably be a co-host or at least a guest weekly on a new podcast that is launching. As of right now, I can't give too much information on that podcast, but essentially it'll be a debate style podcast. It's from someone who's going to be hosting it that I know really well on Discord, and they are actually launching their own YouTube channel where they will do debates and obviously host a debate podcast. So obviously I'm very excited for the opportunity to be on that podcast because essentially my podcast on my YouTube channel has become sort of a solo podcast, which I don't really mind. It was just really hard getting people on the podcast in the beginning when I started it. So essentially that's really just what happened to it. But that's not to say I don't like how my podcast turned out. I really think I have a good thing going with my sort of solo podcast political show, and the fact that I will actually be on a group podcast very soon. To me, that's a really good balance to have. And I guess the last little thing I wanted to say here is I have done debates on my podcast in the past. Again, not a lot of them, but I have done them. And since the release of my document will be soon, probably in the next couple of weeks, if you want to read it, anyone out there, and actually wants to come on my podcast and debate me on certain topics, you're totally welcome to. And also the group debate podcast that I will be a part of soon. As far as I know, anyone can come on that podcast as well. So I guess if you're in sort of the online debate sphere or Discord debate sphere, that's probably something to look out for, I guess, if you're interested. But anyways, don't want to ramble on for too much longer. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, see ya.